Hey, she right. What's going on? I'm doing bone throw real quick. I should have did it together. But I didn't feel like it. Excuse the noise. There's a little bit movement up there. You know how I go. I go live and everybody move. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna wait a couple of minutes because you know the YTV slow rolling me. I'm gonna put it on mute. I'm gonna let them tap dance real quick. All right, I'm gonna wait a few minutes. But anyway, I did a random thoughts on algorithm versus natural vibration. So I decided that I'm going to do a throw bone and pull from algorithm and then throw the bones again and pull from natural vibration and see if the conversation is common. Then I might look and see with zodiac signs is playing on the algorithm. I don't know where everybody at, but I should have did this another way so y'all can see the actual bone though, because I know how y'all get about it. But I'm gonna put it like this, because y'all don't really have to see me right now. Hold on, I'm blocking the light. Let me put it this way. Hold on a second. I should have got a thingy by now, right? But I'm lazy. So I'm gonna put it this way. I'll move it so you can see it. I'm not about to drive myself nuts. Let me see. We've been out here 5 minutes. YouTube, stop doing that. It's not nice. All right, so I'm throwing on algorithm. All right. algorithm is cluttered. So let's start. So we in the earth right now. Memory for earth signs in the algorithm might be an issue. Memory in general might be being tampered with in the algorithm. Relationships, emotions, tampered with in the algorithm. This would be a good time not to, not to drink heavy anyway. Let me see. Yeah, this would definitely be a good time. So algorithm may, I don't know, but algorithm is promoting the non-drinking. I'll say that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, intuition, hidden knowledge is mixy. There's an algorithm is gonna be clear to certain people, but not everybody. Earth signs got weight on them, so it's putting a little toll on the earth, low key. Like I was saying, period. And that effect is going to deal with what Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, especially in relationships and building and choices. Life, we're going to say masculine energy, young masculine energies affected on the algorithm. You got over here in the air, wood, marriage. So yeah, it probably, I'm not going to say it probably, but algorithm is definitely affecting, or this energy is definitely affecting the forest, woods, anything woody, air. It might also affect people's ability to have children, emotions, tamper with your emotions. Now, on certain, the way that, like I was telling you, the algorithms, right? Algorithm versus vibration. So, algorithm is trying to catch up. Reproduction, heart chakra area. Also, the love of the mind, right? Money is up. Algorithm, of course, is going to affect finances because most people is online doing business. So we can't argue about that. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's some aspects in the algorithm that need to be kind of, that's not being cut loose. It's that, let's say, it's definitely tying down. It's a need to come together between natural and this artificial, right? Especially when it comes to communication, thought, action, aggression. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's masculine principle. The algorithm has to pick up, in order for it to match anything natural, it has to try to follow the natural law. So it has to be able to pick up on masculine, and it has to be able to pick up on feminine energy, thoughts, patterns, things like that. There's masculine energy, the eye is down. So it might be a block there where these masculine energies is not, the masculine energy, and that could be in a female or a male, is not able to see clearly with intuition, intuitively. No emotions. So it may affect emotions depending on what you're watching and where your mindset is at. Ancestors, depending on where your mindset is at. So it follows the flow of you for the most part, but it's not going to master the human mind. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not going to argue. It's slow motion though in Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius when it comes to the ancestors, the ancestral energy. The algorithm or this energy may be blocking our natural ability to connect to our ancestors, spirit, family from way yonder that stays in these other realms that keep us connected and give us our intuitive mind, our ability to do what we need to do. Our subconscious and conscious mind is connected to that, no matter what. Again, moving right along. So there's a lot going on in lust, passion, and that's in what? Sagittarius, Leo, Aries area. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, between the water and the fire, when you put those together, you get a mixture of water and earth. Let's say this is a class in session. So in there's a small loss, but it's temporary. There's still this childlike energy. So let's say we got to all be careful, including me, when it comes to the little people, because you got the little people. The little people got to be limited. So I'm guilty of that because I let my son play video games, right? It has to be limited to some point, or it has to be monitored. Let's say that, so that it does not affect the third eye or their ability to naturally connect to the ancestors. Hey, anti-backlist. Meanwhile, there's a lot of promotion of money, material, wealth, and that kind of thing, which is nothing wrong with, because we all need it. In reality, we deal with money, we deal with a place to live, we deal with cars, we deal with business, finance, so we can't dismiss it. But that's what's being promoted. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, while it's being promoted and while it's being watched, those who get stuck are not able to figure out, or are not figuring out how to reproduce for themselves, which is a no-no. It's a never do for me. So it should be a never do for you. That's the algorithm, and that's how it's moving. When it comes to feminine energies, dream states might get tampered with or scrambled. I don't see why not. I don't see why not. When I get mine to do it. But then again, I can't file a complaint because it took me a while. And I meditated without even realizing I was doing it. So I'm not going to say that it don't happen. There's nothing wrong with it. All right, so that was algorithm. So let's see what the natural energy got to say about it. Then I might look and see what zodiacs. Matter of fact, let me see what zodiacs is gonna pop up for. Let me see what zodiacs. Hey, Solange. Let me see what zodiacs pop up for the algorithm. Primarily. Earth signs: Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Let's see what the algorithm talking about. The algorithm talking about money. You're welcome, anti-backers. So let's see. It's a promotion and focus on material, money, clothes, business, lots of money, wealth, physical health, all that good stuff. The moon, what's not seen, what's not all the way clear. 9 of Cups, right? right? So meanwhile, back at the ranch, this is the card that comes up, right? Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. You got the moon dealing with your emotions, dealing with hidden things that's a glimpse, things that might get revealed. You got the Nine of Cups, family, happiness, togetherness, choices, confusion, being overwhelmed with information or imagery or whatever is being promoted on the algorithm. Money. There's a confusion between the two in real life. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I'm gonna double read this line just for the record. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, on these algorithms, money can be promoted, all of that, physical health, happiness, wealth, all of that, emotion, intuition, the ability to tap into your psychic mind, the ability to emotionally connect with your family, having options and choices, building wealth. That's what's being promoted on certain algorithms, especially in the earth signs, water signs, or people who got earth and water in their chart, or. So now let's look and see what natural vibration got to say about it. I'm throwing on the natural vibration of earth, air, water, because they still count. Look at that. Who is that? You out. You out. You out. Out. You out. You out. You out. You out. All right. So let's get to it. So when it comes to the natural elements, pulling from the natural, right? It's still focusing on the physical. It's still got fire involved. And it's still an issue with memory or memories, right? Now, just to be clear, as you already see, I did random thoughts part 5. We're not going to let that impede or intrude because this is how the game go. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, in the air, we got the heart chakra. So those may feel like Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, which is kind of common because it's air signs, don't really deal with the heart chakra that well. We have the passion bone and wood in the heart. So feminine energy, air earth mixtures. It's probably cool, link up, hook up, go out into the woods, chill. Yeah. Feminine energies need to focus on their ancestors or their ancestral traits, their beginnings. Now the algorithm bone throw do match with the natural when it comes to the third eye being affected, emotions, family. Here you got growth between earth and water. There's a pull. Some people will be pulled towards marriage. Some people will be pulled towards marriage in order to get some clarification, right? I'm going to say, yeah. There's a non-movement in earth and air. So that may affect earth and air signs. But the earth and air is like, listen, nothing's moving. Intuition, spirit is still trying to communicate with most, especially when it comes to their emotions and luck and how they think, right? Meanwhile, back in the ranch, you got Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces trying to tap into their third eye, also into their feminine energies. Water signs is still in there. So there's an agreement between algorithm and the natural when it comes to overindulging in alcohol and drinking and affecting health, your health, wealth, things of that nature. There's the bell, which is alarming, but it's only in the beginning to foundation. You still got in the root between fire. No, this is between water and fire, that missed area, that nimble. Oh, I missed the one. Back to the nimble though. Stick a pin in it. It's sideways. So still, you still got to focus on the foundation. The problem is when you get into the 4, right? It's supposed to be balanced, solid foundation, glued to the earth, especially when it comes to the water and the fire. So don't just take this as I'm speaking about human beings. I'm speaking about how the earth is actually going to react. Water, fire, probably affected by this whole algorithm, not in a negative way. Meanwhile, I'm not going to say in a negative way. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, the key is down on love. Fire is not loving us right now for some people. So be careful about fires and stuff like that. Fire and water, fire and air. Be careful in windy areas, period. Your thoughts, air is in motion. Even in the air, there's thought. Pound, period. There's this mixy energy, right? When it comes to how to actually, like, there's gonna be air issues. If there is air issues, there's gonna be air issues. You got forest issues, you got water, and you ain't got no love in the fire. Now, this has already happened before, so hopefully it does not happen again. But this is how it comes up. Women to be affected, obviously. Men to be affected, obviously. They both affected in the earth area. So therefore, they still have to find a balance between how algorithm runs between that artificial intelligence and natural energy and vibration. But fires and stuff like that is definitely something that needs to be paid attention to in real life. So let me see with zodiac signs, the earth says need to pay attention. Well, the natural elements say need to pay attention. I'm not going to hold you. Yeah, I know I love my bone throw. I'll break that energy up real quick. Tried to really stop the tapping. We don't do that. Okay, let's go. Let's see what zodiac signs need to pay attention to these elements. I might have to ask algorithm again, but let me check real quick. I'm gonna lay it down. Oops. Little hand issue. All right, earth. So you got water signs that need to pay attention when it comes to dealing with issues with earth, grass, trees. things of that nature. And it also doesn't have to be a bad thing either. Some of y'all might just need to get out and meditate out there in the natural elements. There's nothing wrong with it. Just be careful who's affected. It would be a good place to be. I just messed up that one. To the air. Earth. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Affected by air energies. So either the air quality need to be checked and changed. Or it might be some wind issues. Fire. Whoops. That one stays. This one stays. Fire. Earthy energy. The Empress. People who got a lot, who's wealthy, who got all that they need, comfortable, pay attention to fires. And I'm not saying that that's, the natural elements doing that, but pay attention to it. Water signs, the water. The water, not water signs, but what the water talking about. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, also Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, y'all might have that, y'all might be in that wealthy spot. Communication, just in case y'all just want to put it on a human level. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for that. Money, growth, wealth, health, it's nice. Water, oh. 7 of Cups, choices, confusion, more options than you can deal with at the time. Towards Virgo, Capricorn, Earth energy over there with the water. Water. Let's see. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy is usually affected by the water. 8 of Swords. Blockage. Let me get some details on that. That might be just self-inflicted, though. Let's see. Why is that coming up right there? That's still air, though. That's still air. Water signs, be careful not to be in a position. Let's say water and air signs. Let's be careful not to be in a position where we don't pay attention to the weather and have water trapping you in. You don't need that. So I would say people that's by the oceans, lakes, stuff like that. And I'm gonna check again. Yeah, stay in a happy medium between water and earth. I'm gonna show you. Happy medium between water and earth. There's probably other people that's in certain situations that have traveled away that people probably don't even know. They probably don't. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. 1 second. Because of course. Yeah. Yeah, so make sure that. Let me see what's going on with Earth real quick. And air. Yeah. It's things that's happening out here between earth and air that's not even been disclosed yet. A lot of people turn their back on it. But it's still gonna come back. It's still gonna come out one way or the other. It already came out. It's gonna come out though in full detail. Earth. One more time. What's the confusion about? What's the choices? Meanwhile, back at the ranch, as you see in the card, the water is up, right? So people should still pay attention. Water's still yelling at people. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Earth signs. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgos. Y'all should pay attention to water too. Staying in dry areas on land to avoid total loss. There's earth energy that may experience total loss from water damages and stuff like that. So pay attention to the water. All right, last but not least, fire. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, energy. All right, listen. You got the Two of Swords, Justice, and the Princess of Swords. So that's all air. Like I was saying, pay attention. People who got a lot of money, wealth, big houses, nice cars, stuff like that. Be very, very careful. Be careful. Try to find a balance. Keep everything in check. Keep your eyes open. Pay attention. You know how air and fire get. It can either blow strong enough to blow it out, or it can blow just perfect to make it spread. So pay attention. And to knock that. All right, so what else is going on? Oh yeah, before I leave y'all, right? Listen, whether y'all paying me Cash App, PayPal, or through the site, which I did not put up yet, so do not do that. When you want to request something, you can. You want to be anonymous, that's fine, but you still have to register as a member. If you're telling me you're anonymous, I'm the only one who's going to see it. No one else is going to see it. Once you register, you have to make yourself available to the other people on the site if you want to hang out and communicate with other people on the site. Other than that, you keep your profile private and nobody knows you're on there, period. Because no matter what, if you send me money and you pay me, anonymous or not, if you're not a member, I'm going to send it back, period. Thank you, anti-vaxxers. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, so we read on the algorithm. We read on what the 4 elements talking about. Being that we was talking about the actual natural elements, those elements obviously affect the way people think and behave and act toward each other. It happens all the time, even with me, right? So that means that on all 3 levels, you should pay attention to those things. So if you go back and listen to the reading again, then you're looking at it from the algorithm to the natural energy to the way that energy affects the people around you. So that way, all areas is covered. And then pay attention to how you're affected, right? So therefore, all aspects is covered. That way you can see anything coming from all directions. All right, I'm about to get off this thing though. All of y'all go check out Random Thoughts Part 5 so that it'll make sense. Also, Random Thoughts is on NBTtarot.com. So they uploaded over there. It's open for everybody right now, but it'll be members only in 30 days. Also, Friday, Freestyle Friday Besties is a membership on YouTube. So therefore, instead of having to send cash apps every 5 minutes. If you don't want to, you could just send it straight through YouTube and call it a day every month. And then every Freestyle Friday, you get to do 4 questions. You can ask 4 questions. Welcome, She Right. Anyway, I'm about to be off this thing. Yeah, I know it's all love over here. So like, oh, I don't know. I guess YouTube not letting my video spin. I don't care though. You know how that is. It's not a biggie. I'm used to it. But I'll see y'all later. Smooches. Deuces.